Hi, it's Connie Pheiff, your unstoppable diva. And, some days it is really hard. It's really tough to stay motivated and focused as an entrepreneur. So I'm here today because I want to share some, some motivational habits, 5 motivational habits that could really help you stay focused every single day so you can have that motivation so your passion could continue to grow, and when that happens your business will continue to grow. So I have 5 habits I'm going to go through. So the very first one I want to talk about is tracking your daily income. Now, some people do say that that's too much. It's like trying to lose weight, and how often is too often to get on that scale? Well, I say track your income daily. Have those goals. You're going to have your annual goals. Break them down into monthly goals, weekly goals, and then daily goals. So for this week, for example, say your goal is to make $10,000, and that could be closing 2 clients. Well, it sounds really simple to do, but there's a process that we all know that you have to go through in order to close those clients. So keep track of those daily goals. You may want to keep track of it in a daily tracker, or if you're like me, I like visual. So I have whiteboards in my office. I even have one in the next room, which is my studio, where I do most of my recordings. I have a whiteboard in there as well. And I stay focused on what I'm going to. You need to have that target. You need to have that roadmap to where you're going. So you want to keep track of that. You want to keep track of your income. And then you want to surround yourself with affirmations. I know so many speakers out there that this is all they do. This is their business. This is their coaching, providing affirmations. So whether you meditate, you head to the gym every morning, or just getting into your office, make sure you are surrounding yourselves with affirmations. Now, one of the affirmations that I created years and years ago, when I first got into this business early on, I became a seminar junkie. Depleting my savings account and becoming a seminar junkie. And I finally said, all right, enough is enough. I have to now deliver. I have to take action. And remember that you can create like crazy, but you have to take action. And that's the only time that you could really call yourself an entrepreneurial business, is when you take action and when you're seeing that income coming in over and over and over again. But the affirmation, one of the affirmations that I had created, and it sits on my wall here right in front of me 12 years later, it's a big circle in the middle. It says, I cannot afford to quit. I cannot afford to quit. And I got that big red line through it. And I remind myself over and over and over again. And it still sits there, because I still remind myself, because I will still have those days of, oh, why didn't I close that sale today? So you want to make sure that you have your affirmations. The third one is when you're feeling a bit down, because I work with a lot of folks that may still be working in corporate, or they really have stepped out, and that's what my business is all about, is helping those who are in corporate, helping them transition out and giving them all of those tools so they can quickly build their business. Because when I started in late 06, 07, there was no roadmap. There was no one saying this is the how-tos, this is the A to Z or 1, 2, 3s on how to build a business. There was none. And again, coming out of corporate and as a CEO, I had a team who did most of this for me. So it was really an eye-opener for me to have to learn a lot of these strategies. And that was why I engrossed myself with all of these programs and learning as much as I can about building an entrepreneurial business, building an online business. And that's what I'm doing, and I'm sharing other people. So when you're feeling fed up, when you're feeling down, or you're on that entrepreneurial track and you're thinking, oh man, I should just go back to my 9 to 5 and there'll be a paycheck sitting there for me every day. I guarantee, even if you go back, you'll be out of there in a very short time, because once you step out and you have that entrepreneurial bug, there is no going back. There is no going back. So just remember that when you're really feeling down on yourself. Just remember that corporate grind that you used to be in. Also working out, and I briefly touched on meditating and working out. You want to work out every day, whether it's for a walk or even throughout the day. Take a break, have lunch, meet up with somebody else. I'll often meet up with friends or other colleagues, or today I had lunch with my husband. It is good just to get out, but work out, get that blood going, get that cardio going, because, just a little cardio and, some lifting sessions really can work wonders, because it's not only working the body and getting everything flowing, but it's also very good for the mind. You think so much better. There is so much clarity that you have through your body and through your mind when you're working out. So think about that. And then also, I want you to think about the hours of the day that you're working. Now, the reason that you became an entrepreneur, and a lot of people, become an entrepreneur because I think, oh, I'm going to work, I'm going to have the 5-hour work week or the 4-hour work week, and then the rest of the time I'm going to go golfing or do whatever it is that I want to be doing. Well, not really. People may see you physically, maybe 4 hours a week, but it's all of that behind the scenes where you are most productive. So think about what is your most productive time of day. Okay, some people it's the morning, some people it's afternoon, some people it could be nighttime. And I know we could talk about sleep as well, and you definitely need that 8-hour sleep a day. But for me, I could get up early in the morning. My most productive time of day is like midday, but at nighttime, I always get this burst of energy and say, okay, I'm gonna go knock this out. I mean, I've written a book during the nighttime hours, which is all fine. But the point I'm trying to make is I want you to get 30% of your time back, because when we're an entrepreneur, we're go, 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 and we want to get it done, and we have these thoughts, and we want to create a program. Put it to paper. Put it all to paper. I mean, studies do show that the most productive time for most people is within the first couple of hours of waking. So try to make that a habit. Look at making that a habit of getting up in the morning, doing your workout, maybe do some meditating or a little reading, journaling, and then go right into what you want to do for the day, because that, for most of us, that is the most productive time of day. And again, I know I am. That is my most productive time of day. I get so much done in the morning, and then by mid-afternoon, then take a break, go for that long walk, go visit friends, go visit colleagues, go networking without feeling that you have to be back in the office knocking out the next program or the next idea that you have. And when those ideas come up, just keep a little notepad handy and then write those ideas down on that notepad. And then the next morning, get up and say, hey, let's look at that notepad. And wow, that's a really good idea. Or you might say, well, you know what? That was a good idea at the time, but I don't think so much now. And it gives you that time to really look at that and not be so stressed. So those are my 5 habits for today, my 5 tools and suggestions for today about continuing to be that motivated and savvy entrepreneur. I'm Connie Pheiff, your Unstoppable Diva, and you can get a lot more of these tips by joining us, becoming a member of our Activate community for $47 for an entire year. To do that, simply go over to activatemypower.com and join. That's all you have to do. And there's a lot more tools, tips, ideas, suggestions, and we also have social media days where we're helping each other, sponsoring each other, and pushing everybody out so you can connect with your future and best perfect client. I'll see you soon. Stay tuned. Always check back more because we have a lot more tips and tools for you. Bye-bye.